Hello, and welcome to the Foster and Adoption Podcast with Nikki and Larry. We're here today talking to one of our favorite sons. I know we've said that about all of them, but he is one of our favorite sons. So, Jordan, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, son. This is his first time sharing with anyone. So, you all are very dear and special to us, and we just want to make sure that you're getting the side of the story from everyone. So, you ready to get started?
Yes, I am.
All right, join us.
Okay, you all, we're ready to get started now. Jordan is married, and he came to us a little different. I didn't birth him, but you can't tell me that because I really think I did sometimes. Jordan did come to us through foster care. So for those of you that's fostering, adopted, it's a good opportunity to hear their side of the story. So Jordan, I'm going to give you permission as your mother. At any moment, if I ask for questions and I start just rambling off questions. So you tell us what you feel comfortable with, okay?
Perfect.
This is your journey. This is your story. I'm not going to push it out of you, okay?
Perfect.
But I am. You said perfect too fast, first of all. Are you going to share with us today?
Yes, I
He
am.
said maybe.
Okay. So you are sharing with us today, right? Okay, you all. We're going to get into who Jordan is and Jordan's story. So, Dad, you want to start us? And Jordan, I do have some questions here. I may ask or may not, but it's really just to keep us. We have questions that we've collected from people who would like to hear from adopted children, okay, and children who was in foster care. So we're going to kind of go back and forth to them, okay?
Okay.
All right, Dad, let's get it started.
All right. Well, Jordan, here's the first question. Tell us what you remember about, day one. Like when you first arrived, what were your thoughts if you could share some of that with us?
My thoughts coming here day one, honestly, I don't remember like too much because I've spent a lot of time here. But I remember coming here. I was like, oh, this house is like huge. I have a backyard. Just like it's nothing to do like outside of here because we kind of live in the country. But
True.
the house is huge. And that's all I really remember like day one. I don't know.
Okay.
Spent most of my time here.
Right.
Right.
Do you remember what age you were when you came?
7, 8.
You're right at 8. Yeah, well, you're correct. You were just turned 8, actually. So, okay, that's good. Now, tell us a little bit about your thought process. I know you don't remember a lot when you were when you first came or initially came, but talk to us about when you came into the home. Was there a nice lady there welcoming you, letting you know that you're welcome in the home? Just talk about that woman. Did a woman greet you that was nice?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good answer, Jordan. Good answer.
Look like me. So tell us about that initial, because so many times as foster parents and adopted parents, we set up like, okay, when they get here, we're going to do this. We're going to have this activity ready while we do paperwork. We're going to do all this. Actually, it doesn't always happen, you all. We do all that after their initial intake when they get here. But how are you feeling at the moment when you're dropped off here?
How I felt at the moment, I wouldn't say nervous. 'Cause I've never been like nervous for a lot of things, but relieved, I guess, because it was a secure, like a safety net. I didn't feel like it was something bad. I never felt like it was that. It was just I had my siblings, had a roof over my head. I was good, content.
I like that perspective.
Yes. Now, was there anything that made you feel comfortable where it could be a security net or uncomfortable? And and probably not at the beginning when you first came into the home, but just talk to us, period, as you were growing up. Anything made you feel comfortable or uncomfortable in the home?
Feeling comfortable, I don't know. Like Larry, Cam, Nick, they always treated us, even though like we're not blood related. They always treated us like we were their siblings, like that we grew up with them all the time. So it was just normal
Mhm.
and uncomfortable. I don't really have anything that was uncomfortable. Just the adjustment. Obviously, moving here, going to a new school, meeting new people, just like the usual adjustments. But other than that, no complaints or anything.
Okay. Well, you said, well, you mentioned, some of your older brothers. Which one of them did you like to just hang out and chill with, when you were younger?
Probably Cam because he listened to a lot of music and he had and played instruments. So always listen to music with Cam.
Okay. Okay. Well, who's your favorite activity person, if you will?
Activity person to like go do stuff with. I don't know. I'm like the middle child. So between like Tyreek and Nick.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Right. That's
And
not
you
correct.
are actually the middle child.
Like
You're
literally.
number 5 out of 10. So you are the middle child. Now, when did you start feeling that it was a safe place for you to be in? Because I know when you first came here, we were strangers. It took you all a little while to kind of open up and talk to us. Out of all of them, though, you were, I can say the most open.
Yeah, I'll say the most. I'll say the
You
most
told
vocal.
us how you felt. You
Right.
told us, what you didn't like, what you did like. So you were the most verbal, we can say for sure.
When it became like a good settling down moment, I would say the trip to Six Flags was like a good
Really?
settling
Okay.
moment.
Wow. Okay.
And why would that be?
I don't know. It was like one of my most memorable moments. I would say like
Oh,
I
that's
really
good.
felt like it was home. Like
Right.
on that little day trip to Six Flags.
Yes, that you extended because you want to ride everything.
Everything out there, right?
So yes, and
wow.
yes, and you're always, and that's thinking back when you say that you loved activities. I mean, that's all all the time. Now, when we talk about that and looking at where you are right now, and speaking to foster and adopted parents, what are some things that you would suggest they do with the child, especially around your age? 7 to 8 is average age that children, would be in and out of care.
Allow them to try new things or get them out the comfort zone.
Mm-hmm. So, such as activities and
Well, things that they would like or scared to try, just let them try it all. I think everyone should be awarded options in life to do whatever they like and enjoy.
okay. Do you call how many times you've gone to different homes in foster care? Was this your first home?
I don't really recall like a lot of that. I just think before this one, I think it was like one more. I don't remember.
Okay. And I am so happy this was your last home for sure. So let's talk about some adjustments we had to make in the home. Let me pull out this sheet of paper that
Oh, boy, look at that. George's like, oh, here we go.
You thought I had that paper on me. But since we've already shared with your wife and on a previous episode without sharing your name, we're going to get right into it.
Oh, wow.
Jordan loved to be social. So you had friends, and I'm just going to actually trigger your memory right now. And I want you to talk to us about this process. You had friends, and you would go to your friends, and your biggest thing after being here settled in, and we've been here probably now a couple of years, all the children are in the home.
No, all the children are in the home.
Okay, so all children at home. You decided you didn't want a big family, Jordan. Talk to me about that thought process. Was it just too many of us? We just too loud? You just wanted something different? What's going on? Jordan, you all wrote SOS letters to every boy to save him and adopt him from this big family.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still like the same person from back then I am now. I still do not want a super big family. I think that's very chaotic. I do enjoy my siblings, having them around all the time, but I like my alone time. I like doing activities away from the family.
Say it ain't so.
And if I could, I would see them quite often. But I like my times away from my family. I don't know. I've always been like that. I like to be out and doing everything, and I want to be in a million places at one time.
Okay.
Right, and that's very true. Jordan went straight to the military after school, after his high school, because he does like to travel. And name a couple places you've been, Jordan.
Italy, Lithuania, Germany, France, Barcelona.
So basically,
And
all of
those
Europe.
right. And what about the other place you just, for your birthday, you went to Puerto Rico. He just loves to travel. And I brought that out because although Jordan didn't feel he wanted to be in a large family, but he had one, then it was very important that we still embraced him and let him know we're not going anywhere. I mean, how many times did I tell you that? We're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. So you're going to have to learn to deal with us. And that meant us doing some adjusting too. Right, babe?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Us allowing him to be able to go out, allowing him to be able to, experience his own group of friends. We did have to stop him from spending the night at people's house.
True.
Because he thought he wasn't coming back.
Right.
So we had to shut that down really fast. You may go visit, but then you may come back.
Yes, you're definitely coming back.
Right. And I remember he went on a Six Flags trip. He never came back. He was supposed to be back at from Six Flags at 5. He was with another parent.
He kept extending the day.
Yeah, they waited to the end. Then it's like, can I spend another night? No, son, you can come on home. You have to know your children. So because we knew that his idea was like to live away and then come back and visit, and he does visit you all. He's visiting now. That's how you're able to talk to him.
Right.
So he's living out of the city. He's back visiting, and you do that quite often just to check in on us and let your siblings know you're still there. And and we appreciate that because we were all like, as soon as Jordan get out of here, he is gone.
You already know.
And you all, the funniest story is that he did leave. And Jordan, he's good at answering his phone, but this day he was not answering his phone.
Are we telling that story?
Oh, yeah, we going there, Jordan. I was calling and calling. What is going on with my baby? He's not answering. He's not texting me. Yes, I knew he was, kind of baby grown, y'all. But he was still my baby. So he was not answering. And when I finally got in touch with him, this boy had the audacity to say, Mom, I'm just trying to live my best life. Really? But you still have to check in during that best life. He was at that time, in the middle of Florida in the waters.
Look at Jordan like, no, don't say that. Don't say
you
that.
You can hear him. He was in the waters on his watch phone or something, talking to me. He was on his watch. He was on his watch. I'm just trying to live my best life, Mom. And you can hear the water. And I'm like, are you for real?
And he was like, yes, I really am.
So I always had to talk to him doing that best life part that lasted about 3 years. On the go, Jordan will call me and be on what was those motor scooters or something.
Oh, the motorbikes.
He's going through Miami, downtown or whatever on the streets, talking to me. Yeah, Mom. I'm like, son, can you? So now I'm thinking this is a safety issue. Okay, all right, love you, baby. Bye. There's the first time I got off quickly, but it is very important that you recognize the child that you have and really just foster it.
Right. And embrace them for who they are. I mean, because, everyone's personality is different and Jordan's definitely is different. And he likes to be away a lot, but he does check in and he does make sure everybody's good. So.
Right. And he does come back. I mean, we spend holidays together. We spend different activities. One thing about children, they do not like to miss each other's special moment. So we're on, if they're not in the house during the time of a birthday, we're all on FaceTime during their birthday. We're, connecting through the birthday song, through the candles, opening gifts. I mean, we even took a picture this year where everybody on their, those two that were not here, phones turned around so their faces can still be in the picture. So we are very family oriented and we just appreciate you allowing us to be that family, Jordan.
In other words, thanks for putting up with us.
Okay. Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about your childhood growing up in the home, Jordan. I mean, was it a quiet home? Was it a loud home? Was it something to do, boredom?
Wait, before or after, like, all my siblings came here.
Tell us about both.
Before it was definitely more quiet because I was in like elementary at that time, but like Cam, Nick, Larry, Tyreek, they're in middle school, high school. So I really didn't interact with them much because I was in school, or when I got off of school, I had homework and then I had to go to bed early. Wasn't until like around, really, I would say middle school, that I became like, I would say like talking to my older siblings more because I was older at that point versus previously being younger. It was like they had years above me, and then the next youngest sibling is 3 years younger than me. So it was a little like awkward in finding my footing. But when my siblings came here, it was chaotic all the time. It was always loud.
Those small 4 little babies.
No.
5.
Jaleel was only, hey, 5 little.
Under 5.
Yeah, I'm
5
just saying.
and 5 and under.
5 and
Yeah.
under. That's it.
A little destructive.
A little destructive. Oh, you remember now. You remember all that. Yeah, yeah. It was so fun though, right?
Always, I would say things to do, good and bad, like getting in trouble. But it's never a dull moment because I always had siblings to do things with. And then when I wanted to be by myself, that wasn't really an option. That's really all it.
And I really didn't realize, even though I know that you're the middle child, I didn't think about the years between. It's like 3 above you and 3 under you.
Right.
But then when they go,
Tyreek's 5 years old.
wow, so it's 5. So 5 years older. So yeah, that is kind of awkward.
You are like in that.
You are.
You were like in a dead zone, so to
See,
speak.
if we only had 3 kids, you would actually be the middle child for real, huh? Because you're 5 years older, and then the other one, Jaleel's 3 years younger than you. Yeah. Wow, I did not realize that because we always just grouped you with the little ones, huh? Oh.
Until.
Oh, yeah.
Until. Yeah.
So good. Now, with that, how would you say your relationship with your siblings are? And you all, when you talk about when the little ones came, we only had 3 middle children in the home at one time. And then we found out about the 4 younger siblings, from day one. So then we got those 4 into the home as well. Now, Jordan was really big as, he loved when they came on the weekends and he loved when they left on the weekends. Right, Jordan? Because then all of us, I think we all slept like a day or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then shortly after that, they all moved in and we just all had to adjust. That's it, because we're one family, and we stick together. So how is your relationship with your siblings now, Jordan?
My relationship with them are all good. Obviously, like we have our own paths, and like a lot of us, like the older ones, are in college, have finished college, have started a family. The ones a little younger than me are about to go to college, or about to figure out what they want to do in life.
Right.
And so we're all going our different ways, but we still stay in touch when we can. I'm not really one to be on my phone all day, so like I respond when I can, but.
So when you say respond as you can, it'll be a day that you open up your phone and you have about how many messages on that group chat?
Too many.
Too many. Yeah, I think
so. Cam and Jordan feel the same way.
Yep, there
they
you go.
text too much.
Yep.
Because it's never just one word. It's pictures and it's TikToks.
All kinds of stuff. Yep.
But then on that good day when Jordan has time, he's putting them in too. Right, he responds. So you all have, continue to remain close. And that's a great thing. And I want to say it, I think, baby, it came from because you all were so close growing up,
right.
Even though you were spread out in ages. And that's why I say I didn't realize how far in the middle you were.
I mean, he got to be a big brother. But, you stop and think about it.
But you were the little brother and the big brother.
Yeah, big time.
So that's good. And I know, the older ones, you all kind of keep up with each other. And the little ones, you don't have a, option because the girls are always,
right.
Texting and starting different trends and everything going on so that you all can communicate. Tell us a little bit about your life now and how fostering and being adopted has affected your life now.
It just made me look at things in a different perspective. I would say like, it made me grow up a lot faster than like a person who like started out in a good home, good environment. So I had to like learn a lot of things quickly and made me mature like a lot in different aspects in life. So I would say like younger me before even I went to the military, it was like a lot of growing up I needed to do in a lot of aspects of life. And like being in the military kind of not helped because I've always had like my priorities and things pretty much in order, like what to do and what not to do. But it's just like I was 17, like 1,000 miles away from home. So
Yep.
it was different. Like I lived in a different world compared to like people I knew my age. And like I graduated early. So a lot of the people I knew were still in school and I was across the country. So I just lived a different life.
Just living your best life, right?
Your best life is what you told us. Your best life. Now, what are some, let me see how I'm going to ask you this. Growing up in having to make the adjustments that you've had to make and learning new people and dealing with your siblings at the home and then now back in the home, what would you say would be one of the hardest adjustments you had to make just so Jordan would feel okay?
I don't know. I'm pretty like adaptable to like a lot of situations. So to me, it was never a problem. I like the only issue that I had. I like my own time and I like to do things. It's like when I want to do it. Even still that way now. Like if I don't want to do something, it doesn't matter how many times somebody tells me it has to be this way. If I don't want to do it like a certain path or a certain way, I'm not going to do it. It doesn't interest me. So growing up, not that I didn't like my siblings, it's just having them all here
All the time.
24/7, and I just like couldn't do things I wanted to do. It didn't interest me, so I didn't like it.
So how were you able to how were you able to adapt and cope, so to speak, with knowing that you had to share your parents and share, the space in the house and all the other stuff?
For me, I didn't mind sharing my parents. That was never.
Oh, well, thank you. Just y'all can have them, huh?
For me, I would say coping wise, I just look forward to going to school because that was my time to talk to my friends, like do things I wanted to do.
Without the little brothers in the background.
Yeah.
Right. Without the brothers in the background. And I do want to actually just clarify some things that you stated, which is your personality, that when Jordan speaks of that he's not, you can say it to him over and over, and if he doesn't want to do it, he's not going to do it. You're actually at that point, and I know you're speaking of, you're not easily persuaded. I mean, you have never been one that if your friend said, come on, let's go do this over here, you knew it was wrong. You can't be persuaded to do it. I mean, Jordan has always been a very self-regulator. I mean, we didn't, have to, we just gave you your independence and you ran with it. And you did a good job with it. I mean, even though we had to turn you around a couple times and tell you to come back and let's talk some more, you've always been goal-oriented, and you still are today. Now, how are you taking that into your adult life now? Because now you're 21 and you pushing it now, okay? So you're pushing it on. You're married. You're, about to have a child. What are some things that you can look back and you would like to tell little Jordan then, or in the other foster children that we deal with about this part? If you just do this, this, and this will get you here. I mean, what are some words of advice you can give to them?
In life, I would say life is like a roller coaster. There's ups and downs. But the good thing about life, you don't have to stay down. Like all roller coasters, it's going to be ups, there's down, and the ride will end at some point. But thankfully, my ride still got a long way to go. I just keep living life.
That's good.
All right, I like
That's
that.
really good because it's not over. I mean, you're now turning another, corner and getting on another track. Doesn't mean that all those other tracks weren't, necessary. They were necessary to bring you to the man you are today.
Right.
And that's a man we're very proud of, and I'm glad that we got to see you grow up. So I'm very honored for that part. Now, if you have to talk to your siblings that's under you, and what can you tell them about the journey that you all been on?
We've came a long way, and we've got to grow and see each other like blossom into the things we want to be, like growing up as adults or being an adult. Even like Jeff, I saw Jeff grow so much because I've spent a lot of time with him. Like probably the most out of my younger siblings, I've spent the most time with Jeff. So I've got to see him really become like his own person, see what he likes, his interests and dislikes, the sports, the shows, the music, just everything.
So here's the question: what's one of the biggest surprises that you thought maybe things would go this way when you became an adult, and once you became an adult, you were like, oh wow, this is quite different than what I initially thought?
The surprises, I don't know. I feel like I've been an adult since 17, but
well, that you have been.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We signed you. We signed the paper so you go to the military, and boy, you would get it to get out.
So the biggest surprises, I don't know. Being an adult, as long as all your priorities are in order, you have the ability to do anything you want in life, and that's something that, like, even when I was younger, that's what I've always wanted. I want to do whatever I want to do at that moment or at that time. I was and still am a pretty impulsive person. Like, that's never changed about me. If I want something, or like if I see it's in reach, I'm going to do whatever.
You jump in and just start swimming,
Right.
boy. Just start swimming.
All right, that's great self-awareness.
But adulting obviously has its paths. Like, you're gonna bump your head along the road. You're gonna learn from it, and it builds character, the good and bad. It's not everything I have done up until this point has been sunshine and great days. It's been a lot of gloomy and terrible days that I wish I could get over. So.
Good. And we've seen you come through those gloomy days. And I mean, you just turned them into your own sunshine in the timing, and just, by your, but your belief in God, just your strength and your stamina, you have goals. And I think that makes a huge difference in life. When you know that you have goals and you want to do something, you just push through. So good job in pushing through. Now, we have some parents here that's listening, Jordan, that want to be good parents. They want to be good foster parents. They want to help that child who's struggling, who's very impulsive, who really want to be there sometimes, don't want to be there sometimes. They want them to be successful in life. Before we end up and wrap this up, what advice would you give those parents who's, in it to make a change in the child's life? But more so, as we know, as foster and adoptive parents, you all change our life. I mean, so what are some things that you can say to them to just make them, to help them make their child feel secure?
I know growing up here, y'all always instilled like principles and discipline and really backing and believing in yourself. Even during like terrible like spots and droughts throughout the various points of my life, I've never like had discomfort or not feel confident in my ability to succeed or like do whatever I wanted. Y'all have always instilled, have a plan, have a goal, and like play to your strengths. My strengths have never been math, so I knew I wasn't doing anything math related growing up. My strengths have always been science and like studying the body, so I always knew I wanted to go to something in the medical field or be a doctor, and that's what I'm going to school for now. So I would say just playing your child's strengths. Like, they know what they're good at, and you can pick up on what they're good at early on in their interests, and always tell them, have a plan, have a goal. Don't just have a plan A, have a plan like A through E.
And F or G dealing with Jordan.
Right.
Sometimes in life, it doesn't go how you want it to, but that's okay. It's about the journey and where it takes you. I never would have thought, like, before I graduated, I was going to go to the military.
You said you weren't going. You
Yeah,
were
you were-
not
you were
going.
very-
He was adamant.
Yes, very adamant
I
about it.
really, okay, you go to college, you go to the military, you have to do something, get you a trade. Jordan like, I'm not going to the military. Jordan came home one day. He said, I'm going to the military and y'all need to sign.
Right. And
So-
recruiter wants me to sign here.
Yes. And the recruiter came over and there it was. And he's been, just focused, laser focused ever since then. But you were always that way. You knew what you wanted. And we appreciate that. And this is a good time to just wrap up. So Jordan, we do appreciate you
Thank
for
you for
talking to
having
us. Yes. We appreciate that. Thank you all. Thank you for allowing our son Jordan to share his story with you all. Once again, Jordan, we appreciate you being here and being open and honest with us. So thanks once again.
Thank you for having me today.
And Jordan, it was great seeing you. We appreciate you.
That's his favorite statement. Y'all, thanks for having me here today. Jordan, you being here, speaks volumes. So we just appreciate the journey you've been on and your story that you're going to have a chance to tell your son that's coming very soon. So we're just loving that you're about business. And you have always been that way. So parents, just remember to love on the child where they are. Get to know them for who they are and build from that point on.
Thanks for tuning in to the Fostering and Adoption Podcast with Nikki and Larry. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.